Hi, good evening. This is Glancy again, and we're once again on the Step Up page. And I'm very excited to have Derrick Angelsz with us again. And today's session, he's going to be with us in his caliber as a graph analyst, as a graphologist, as a handwriting expert. So we'll also have some other guests on our page today. But today is a very different and very special session because we are going online on the Step Up page and the Alu Connect page today. And this time we are going to do a demonstration. Actually, Derrick is going to do a demonstration of the science and the art behind handwriting analysis. In the studio, he's going to meet and interact with people who are going to share their samples of their script, okay? And we are going to see what Derrick can derive from that. So without much further ado, let me call on Derrick Angel. So hi, good evening, Derrick. Good evening. So nice to see you again.
Once again, namaste, good evening, sat sri akal, kem cho, salam walaikum, and hola to all my friends across the world today.
Thank you so much for coming again. And I'm all excited, okay, very excited. And my guests in the lobby are also super excited. We will be throwing a few questions at you today during this session. So we will have some questions that we will like you to answer, to respond to for our audience. We will also have our guests coming one after the other on screen. And let me tell the people who are watching this show today at this moment, we already have around a dozen people who are watching this show on this particular Step Up page. And let me tell them that Derrick hasn't met any of these people before. And these guests who are coming are loyal fans of Step Up. And, we've given them the opportunity, or I would say the risk that they have taken to come in the live session and, take this forward. So let me call on stage. So Mitlesh, I hope you're ready. You're all set. I'm going to put you onto the stream here. Hi, Mitlesh.
Hello, sir. Hello, Glancy.
Hi Mithilesh, good evening, and
Good evening.
so nice to know that you're one of the Step Up fan. And today evening, I'm here specially for all the Step Up fans. So thank you so much for giving me this honor and opportunity to serve you today evening.
It's an honor for us also to have such a person analyzing and knowing things for us.
I wish you all the best.
So this particular session, it's going to be a cursory introduction into what this skill and this art is. So Mithilesh, Derrick, I hope you can hear me clearly because yes, you can.
Okay. Yes, it's all clear, all clear.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is, Derrick, I'm going to leave it over to you. Okay.
Right.
You can go ahead and instruct Mithilesh as to what you would like him to do. And we will then take a bit of a conversation while the the image is then transmitted to you on the phone. I'll also try to show it on the screen. Yes. So over to you, Derrick.
All right, Mithilesh, it's very simple. Since we are doing it live, it would be nice if you could use a ballpoint pen. So all my friends and the fans of Step Up, if you are about to share any of your samples, preferably use a ballpoint pen. I'll tell you why later on. Use a ballpoint pen and a plain sheet of paper. That's the only instructions right now, and it would be very nice if you could sign it, your official signature at the end of it. So basically, I know it's not a session, but then if you really want to have that, the punch, then sign it. Otherwise, I leave it up to you definitely how you want to go about it.
So risk कौन लेगा हम लोग देखेंगे. So Okay, so Mithalesh, I'll leave you. I'll take you off the screen while you're doing that. Okay, WhatsApp the image immediately to Kamal, who's in the back end, and I will go on with the question for Derrick Angelsz.
Okay.
So Derrick, I have a question for you. Okay,
Sure.
while the audience is watching us, and
Hmm.
one of the first questions that I would like to know is, what is this science and this art of graphology, of handwriting analysis? A little bit on what this is about for our audience who's watching, especially the ones who have absolutely no idea about this.
All right. Thank you for the question, Glancy. Now, when we use a term, there are the terms. Uh, it starts from handwriting analysis. Then we say graphology, as in the terms of psychology. And when you give it a science bend, an absolute complete science bend, it's called graph analysis. So these are three sections. So basically, when we start from handwriting analysis, so only that what is written on the paper, that is analyzed for the person who wants it to be analyzed, and for whatever reason it needs to be analyzed. When we say graphology, then it goes into the depth of handwriting analysis. So here, whatever you put on paper, even if you put a line, a dot, you scribble, you do anything basically. You just do anything, and that's where the graphology comes in. Now, uh, there are very few rare, real experts across the globe. Let's put this right. Okay. We get to hear many people saying, I'm a graphologist, I'm an analyst, I'm a graphologist, etc., etc. It's like huge variety of people saying that. But in reality, the real graphologists, real experts, there are very handful, few of them who can actually take you through the correct way of analysis and giving you out what is required, out of your hand written formation. So this is what is graphology and handwriting analysis, Glanchi. Just on the surface level. This we can actually go on talking for a few days on each
Right.
subject.
So whenever Mithalesh is ready, I expect him
Mhm.
to WhatsApp the image to you. So just
Sure.
let's give him a time. I hope he's not doing a big graphical drawing or something.
Yeah, we
So
can have a discussion in the meantime
yes.
till he is ready to
And
go.
the one of the questions, one of the most pertinent questions, which I also really want to know is that uh, why and when should one approach a graphologist? Uh, that is something at what
Mhm.
stage in life? I mean, do you wait for something to happen to you, or when?
See, when we say when, it is entirely up to the client. It is, and also the reason counts. It definitely counts. Why you want to do it? You want to do it just for fun, to know about yourself. Okay, that's how people begin. You want to improve something in your life. You want to discard some challenges of your life. You want to write a new neuro pathway in your brain. So there are various reasons why a person would want to. Now, when should the person come? Number one, obviously, it is up to the person. But I personally would say every person should go in for an analysis. Every person. Now, why do I say this? Because uh, we as humans have imperfections in life. When you go through an analysis, it helps you to come closer to your better self. You can be better than what you are. Because whatever you write, whatever you put on paper, the moment you hold the pen touches the paper, the ink is out on the paper, you are giving the analysis of your brain. So there's a direct connection between your brain and the writing that you put on paper. So this is where graph analysis comes in. That's a different study altogether. Of course, graphology, they say it's handwriting is, brain writing. Yes, it is. But the depth is entirely different. The science is different and the study is entirely different.
Okay. So, Derek, thank you for that insight. And Mithilesh has finished writing, and he has
Okay.
just send the image, which I have now relayed to you on your phone. Okay.
Okay.
In the interim, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try, while I'll take you off the screen, I'm going to try to show this image as well onto the screen so
Okay.
that people can also have a look at this, and I'll invite them maybe to do a bit of analysis themselves.
Yeah, sure. You can show the image so even I can,
Yes,
have a look which image I'm supposed to be analyzing.
yes. So, yes. Give me a moment while I.
Sure.
So, for all those who are watching us at this point in time, okay, we are with Dr. Derrick Angelsz, who is reputed as one of the world's best graphologists. And he is with us today in a very special session wherein he is going to be talking about the science of graphology. At the same time, we are having with us,
Okay.
a live session.
Yeah,
Yes,
Glancy, I've got something on my screen right now. And
yes.
is the
Now,
one with the ruled line? Is that Mitesh's writing? What I've got?
yes. He signed it as M Dikshit at the bottom. That's him. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
All right.
also going to show it onto the screen for the
Yeah,
audience.
please do because I have a very small screen out here. Oh,
Yes.
lovely.
So I will make it as large as possible, giving you a moment.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'm also requesting all the viewers who are in the session right now, people who are maybe pursuing graphology. Uh, if you all want to, you're absolutely welcome to try and comment and given your constructive information or understanding or analysis. We welcome people with a logical bent of mind to throw in your comments. We would love to see what you all can get out of this while Dr. Derrick is studying
Glancy,
that.
I'm ready.
You're ready? Oh wow,
Yeah.
let me bring you on then.
So you want me
Okay.
to go on with it? Or just keep it on the
Uh,
screen. Just
yes,
keep it on
I
the
will.
screen.
I will keep it on the screen. I
Yeah.
was hoping. I was hoping that
Mhm.
we could do this. Have some
If you
comments.
if you want the viewers to do it, I'll wait for them.
Okay, we'll give them a moment only because so far I haven't got any comments. But I think even later on they can comment if they want to. But let's go with the flow. Since you're ready, let's go
All
with it.
right. Mithilesh, I hope you can hear me.
Let me also bring him on, Derek. Just give me. It wouldn't be fair that he's in the background.
Yeah.
So let me just
Sure.
pull him on
Sure.
screen.
Sure. Sure.
There you are, Mithilesh. Ready? Mithilesh,
Hello.
you ready? You're breathing?
Yeah. Yes.
Cool.
Mithilesh, we are on air and we are on a platform where the entire planet can watch you, me, and the formation that you put out here. Okay, I'm just going to give you three,
Yes.
four liners, and I'll do my best not to get too personal with it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll give you something which which is very offbeat
Okay.
and a little challenging. Okay, now the first thing I would like to say is you are an emotional person, not a very high emo, but definitely on a scale of 1 to 10, your emotional level is about 6.5. Second thing I would like to tell about you is you've been striving to do things in life, and you're very badly stuck up. You're stuck up right at the beginning of your work, whatever work you do, and the progress seems to be super challenging at times. And what I also see is your spine below your neck. It's completely stressed out, and
Yeah.
you need to take care of that because if that remains, it can lead to severe, pain. Not only the pain, but it can give you severe headache at the base of your neck that would, start crawling up to your brain. which would not be good in the coming future. And also, as far as possible, whenever you're working, I would strongly suggest avoid using headphones or mics into the ears, because they contain magnet. And what I see the issue what you're having right now, you need to give it a break. Use the speaker as far as possible. Of course, we all are on the same level, where place where we need to use headphones and so on and so forth. And what I also see is you're a quite a closed person. Okay. Yeah. And one difficult part of life, when you go to learn something, it becomes difficult for you. You have a predetermined notion that, I know better than this person. So it becomes a little challenge for anybody to teach you something new or something that is, on the levels of your subject. Another thing I would like to tell you is, you also fall short of the assignments or the work that you should be getting. They are not actually coming very clean and nicely to you. And you listen to conversation only when you want to listen. Otherwise, you are there. The person is talking and you let it just fly by around you. You let the sounds fly by. You only catch exactly what you need to hear. So, well, you love your family a lot. That goes without saying. And you fail to learn from your past experiences. And one bit of advice before I say anything else, avoid being emotional at times at your workplace. It can, it'll gobble you up. So take care of your emotions. And yes, you're a very sharp speaker. You speak like razor when you have to speak. You can mince a person into pieces when there's a need. So that's all I need to say right now. So over to Mithilesh and Glancy.
One moment, I will just, Midresh, hang on a moment. Let me just change the screen visual so that we have more of you on the screen. Yes. So, Midresh, over to you. Let's hear your.
Absolutely true. And many points are, not many points, in every point were correct. So I think, not basically, I think it is actually emotional. Yes. In office also, there are many things which happens. And yes, it is very, very true very true in that sense. So yeah, each and every point which was been said over there, like back pain, pain. I'm having a back pain, and it's over here. It has started. So each and every point is very correct, and I'm really really thankful for this thing, for this opportunity.
Thanks, Mithilesh.
Thanks, Derrick sir.
You're welcome, Mithilesh, and take care of yourself.
Thanks, sir.
So, Mithilesh, any further comments you want? Anything you want to add? You want to say? Of course, you can always connect with Dr. Derrick later on. But for this moment, we will say, put you back into the lobby, and
Sure.
we'll continue the conversation. So, Derrick, that was very insightful. We are getting comments and we are getting requests from people who want to share their signature. So I think, Komel, if you're in the back end, if you can try to accommodate, we do have people who we have scheduled. So there is, of course, we are requesting them to, to directly message us. We will try to accommodate depending if Dr. Derrick has the time, to do this. But as you are seeing people that all those who are joined with us at this moment, it is not about only which I used to think that it was about the slant of your handwriting, and it was about certain qualities, but this is an extremely deeply in-depth study where Dr. Derrick is talking about physical issues, and I do not know how he's doing it. Okay, it seems to be like magic. There seem to be he's talking about the psychology, the emotional aspect. He's talking about the physiology of the individual. So there are lots that going on. And before we get the next guest online, I will take the opportunity to throw in again a few questions that I have. Okay, so Derrick, I want to ask you a question, and this is a question which most people are having. Okay, how do you identify a good graphologist? There are a lot of people out there, and a lot of times people spend a lot of money, a lot of good money, getting consultations. How would they know who to approach? Would you have some tips and tricks to help? Thank you.
Uh, See, I'll tell you one thing, my dear friends. To find someone good, a good graphologist, it's it's difficult. Let's go upfront. Let's go straight. It is difficult. I myself come across so many graphologists, a lot of them. I pay, I actually pay fees. I go there, I go for an analysis. Now, I go for a simple reason, just to understand what is happening out there. And then they take me to another tangent from one level to another, to another, to another. Now, I'll tell you one thing, and this message is for everybody out there. I put this message across time and again. I respect all the graphologists, all the writing analysts on this planet. For heaven's sake, avoid a graph therapy if you are not fully trained in it. Because the moment you give a specific signature change, the moment you give a specific formation, the moment you tell your client, change this formation, change that format, XYZ, whatever you say that, let me tell you one thing, you are changing the neurons in the brain, and which at the end of the day again affects your entire body and what you're going to do in the future. Many lives have been affected in a negative manner. So as it is, the clients are paying. So let's be honest and give them upfront what they've come for. If you feel graph analysis is a challenging area, request you keep off it. Do a good analysis, give them, and leave them alone. So to find a good graphologist, I would just say it is only by trial and error. I'm being very upfront on this. All the ratings that you see on, when you go on the net, and there are so many websites and so many people, so many, what do you call it, platforms offering you services with 3-star, 5-star, 4-star, 4.5-star. I personally don't understand all these stars. I personally do not understand all these stars out there. Because many a times I've gone to the 5-star person, taken an appointment, and I've come back very, very upset, very upset. So you've got to go by your experience.
Thanks, Derrick. Thanks for very honest, candid, and I think a very real connect with the people. Most of the people who are watching right now, you will not get this kind of advice anywhere else, because Derrick doesn't do this because it's a profession. He does it because he really cares that he can change people's lives by the skills that he has learned. So, Derrick, I do think we're ready to take on the next guest that we have who's waiting
Let
in the
it come
lobby.
on anytime. Just throw
Okay.
it on the screen.
Okay, so while I bring on the next picture, I just want to tell you that when I asked Derrick about this session, it was Komel's idea. Of course, he comes up with all these big ideas. And Derrick said, bring it on. He's saying, I can do this in my sleep. So, and yeah, so it's fun for him. It's easy for him. And let me now try to bring onto the screen the next image. Okay. So before I bring the image also, I need to bring the guest, of course, that is with the image. So give me a moment. Okay. Let me bring on Sunil. So Sunil, there you are. Hi,
Hello.
Sunil. Good evening.
Hello.
Good
Sunil,
evening,
yes.
Sunil.
Come to meet you. Yeah, good evening.
आप कुछ और भी बोल सकते हो, हमारी ऑडियंस से हाय हाय बोलो। आज आप उस
Hi.
तरफ हो, इस तरफ हो। Hi. So Sunil is with us.
I have been following Step Up Consultant session since when they started it after this lockdown, and I was given an opportunity to तुम्हारा handwriting analysis करवा सकते हो, why not give it a try? मैंने थोड़ा गूगल किया था डॉक्टर डेरिक एंजल्स के बारे में, and I saw his videos. I felt like let me give it a try. Here I am. Thank you for providing me this opportunity to interact with people with my handwriting analysis. And right now,
Okay.
slightly nervous. Slightly nervous right now.
Okay, don't be. Let me reassure everybody who is watching this. There is a lot of information that is coming through your handwriting, and I have seen Dr. Derrick's sessions myself, and I know that he can do a complete profile. But today we are in a public platform, and we will be respectful to people, and only information that can be allowed to be released to the public will be allowed. So we are respectful, and we will do this. We have comments coming in, but what we're going to do is, Sunil, is we are going to now share your handwriting on the screen. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, 1 minute. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Derrick, can you see this clearly? Because
Yes, I can see it very clearly.
okay.
You want me to go on, or you want your people watching to analyze something
I
before?
I I think see, the comments I'm getting right now is that people want their handwriting to be analyzed, and
Okay,
nobody wants to do the analysis because they're right now in the mind frame that, okay, we've got Dr. Derrick online. Can we
all
get
right.
into
Okay,
the session?
okay,
So
okay.
in the considering the
I'm
time, so just go
okay.
ahead.
I'm
Thank
I'm 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 very thankful for getting Sunil's writing out here. Sunil, let me tell you one thing. Life is fine. Life is good, and I'm making a public statement. Sunil, please excuse me for this because I'm not sure whether we'll meet later on. Uh, Life is good. Life is beautiful. Okay, and depression and stress is a part of life. Okay, so anytime you need help, go out and just call up almost anybody to reach out for help. Okay, we can do things in life only when we are alive. Okay, and rest things follow later on. First is your life, it's your family. Only when you are alive, your family is good and the things around you is good. Okay, work will happen, everything will happen. And you're a very on dot person, very particular about things. You make sure that everything is fine, neat, and good. And yes, health issues are there for you, definitely. I can see it in the mid torso, or sorry, yeah, stomach region of yours, to put it in a simple format. And also, um you're very good at communication. When you have to speak, you speak it out, and I like that about you. And thankfully, your emotion is quite balanced, pretty balanced, I would say. And at this point of time, your blood pressure is good. Take care. It can move towards a high BP. You're on the borderline. You're somewhere on the borderline. And yes, with your permission, you can put on your mic. With your permission, Sunil, may I make a personal comment? All right. What I can also, yeah, I've got a thumbs up, right? You said yes? Okay, fine.
Yes.
All right. I also see that, of late there has been a difference of opinion. There's a big difference of opinion with a female with a female member. It could be anybody. It could be your sister. It could be your mommy. It could be your wife. Anybody. So we use the term, male, female. We don't get into the relationship of it. And I wouldn't want to speak, on a public platform like this. So the difference of opinion that can be sorted out, nothing to worry about. It's like, easy breezy. Uh, and also, you strive hard for work. You really go out of the way to do things, and you are one reliable person. If there's anything that needs to be done, anybody can rely on you pretty easily. You just give the job to Sunil, and he will take care of it. And he also makes sure that he keeps enough, what do you call it, enough for emergency, enough time in case of last moment changes. He can accommodate and have a solution. So he is a fantastic, reliable guy. But personally, Sunil, life is good, life is great. Feeling anything, pick up your phone, call up anybody you want, but make sure you stay healthy mentally. Okay.
Just give me a moment, Sunil. Sunil, I'm getting an echo from you. That is why I've muted you. Okay. So I will unmute you, but I think there's an echo. So please speak slowly. Yeah. We definitely want to hear what you have to say. Yes, Sunil.
That was me actually. I'm surprised how can handwriting reveal so much. I'm completely amazed. Actually, that was me. He has unfolded all my aspects. Like, I don't know. I have no words actually. To be very honest. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you clearly. Yes. Yes, Sunil. And what Derek said is that
I'm surprised. I'm amazed actually. Yes.
yes, and I'm sure that he has a lot to say that he has not said on this forum. But do take his advice, yeah, because he really knows his stuff. That's all that I can say. We will later on in the next, we'll give you some time. And thank you, Sunil, for being a part of this program. Thank you, Mithilesh, as well. I can see people are watching in the back end. So I will say bye to Sunil for now. Thanks for being, taking the risk of coming and sharing your handwriting publicly. Thank you so much. And we'll continue with the show. And I will see you again in the lobby. And going back to Derek right now.
Sunil, thank you, and stay strong. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, Derek. So now we've done two analysis, and you've done it almost effortlessly. Okay. What we would like to know is some instance, because I am saying all the time, I'm saying that I know a bit, and there are some stories that you have shared with me. What is some story, some incident that you have to share, maybe for the people who are watching you right now? And you are on mute, so I cannot hear you.
Yeah. Thank you, Glency. When we say stories and experience, I've had loads of experiences all through my life, especially in the field of graph analysis. And God has been very kind to me that I've been able to contribute globally for various organizations across. Now, um, every person who approaches me, we have something called, the privacy policy. We respect every client. So I will just tell you one of the incidences. Okay, one of the incidences. There was this client who came for a general analysis. It was just a general analysis, nothing great about it. The person heard about me and saying, let's do it, took an appointment, went through the whatever protocol one has to. And this person, he is one of the mega stars. Okay, I'll put it this way. I wouldn't name that person. And when I saw, I just told him that, you've got to take care of. I told him whatever I had to told him, but the specified thing I told him, like, take care of your lower back. You most likely will end up undergoing a surgery. When the fact was, it could have been undone. There was enough time, a span of 2 to 3 weeks. It could have been reversed. And, for some people, when, they are on that level of life, they give you a piece of their mind. Okay, he gave me a piece of his mind as a memento, I would say. And I said, thank you for that. And post about 10, 12 days, I get a call with an apology saying this guy has been scheduled for back surgery and he had to undergo a back surgery. So this was just one of the experiences I'm telling you. Then we have people in business and in organizations, in private organizations, government organizations, and in the judiciary system. Now, let me tell you, when I say judiciary system, whatever analysis we do, even any analysis that I do, okay, or anybody for that matter, any analyst doing the analysis, it cannot be administered in the code of law anywhere across the globe. Okay. Now then the question comes, when it is not administered, okay, when it is just kept it aside as a piece of paper or a piece of analysis, then why is it done? The reason is, when we give our analysis, we save a lot of time of the organization, okay, to zero down to the person they are looking out for. And second part of this, and most important, is we are instrumental in keeping an innocent person away from that kind of place where he or she should not be. So it is about the lives of people. It is not just about an analysis. It affects people some way or the other. And it's a beautiful science. And I just love it. I just love it. So this is just one incident, Glancy. I can,
Yes.
it's a public platform, so I've got to think and speak about,
Yes.
people wouldn't like it.
Right. And for people who are watching, Dr. Derrick has also been involved in the forensic aspects of crime detection. So I will be ready now for the next guest. Okay. So Derrick, are you also ready? Shall we bring on our next guest?
All set. Keep it
Okay.
going. Keep it coming.
So I'm bringing on Bala. Okay. So नमस्कार बालाजी, कैसे हैं आप?
नमस्कार नमस्कार हेलो हेलो मिस्टर डेरिक हेलो ग्लैंसी आई एम गुड थैंक यू नमस्कार नमस्कार
So
और आई एम रियली हैप्पी एंड एक्साइटेड टू बी हियर इन दिस शो विद यू and actually I'm really surprised now the way you have been just seeing the handwritings and telling so much in depth about an individual like this. Because earlier what I used to think was अरे यार कैसा ऐसे हो सकता है करके कोई हैंडराइटिंग देख के कैसा पहचाने मतलब बता पाएगा कुछ भी मेरे तो खुद के 3-4 अलग-अलग हैंडराइटिंग है मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल व्हेन आई राइट एग्जाम्स आल्सो व्हेन आई स्टार्ट आई राइट इन अ डिफरेंट हैंडराइटिंग इट इज वेरी नीट एंड tidy when I start the exams and with every passage of the hour my handwriting keeps changing and by the end it is very very bad. So ऐसे देख के कौन पहचानेगा मेरा हैंडराइटिंग में क्या क्या है और मेरे बारे में कैसे जानेगा करके but now I am really surprised and very excited to know what you say about my handwriting.
Right. Let's see what comes.
Yeah.
And before we go on, I would like to share a small incident since he mentioned, school and exams. This is a small incident. I was called as a chief guest, not a chief guest, I'm so sorry, as a judge to, pick up the best writing in one of the schools. So now, obviously, I would pick it up from my point of view. So they thought, like, one of the best of the planet is coming and being a judge for them to pick up the best handwriting. And when I picked up the top three of the school, I could see the principal was so upset, the supervisor upset, the teachers were upset, and they think, how can we give prizes to these, to these kids? I said, why not? What's the challenge? They think there are other handwritings which are so beautiful. I said, see, you've called me, I'm an analyst, and I will look out the beauty in that person, and that's how I chose. I chose the most three. Of course, all children are beautiful, but amongst all, I chose the three best from my point of view, and I was completely banned from all the schools coming as an as a judge for handwriting competitions and all. So I'm still out of it.
Thanks for that story. That was really nice. So, Derek, are you ready?
Yeah, let it come on. Yeah,
I think Derek is ready. Sorry, I should not be asking. Balaji, आप तैयार हैं?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's all right.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल मैं तो काफी देर से तैयार हूँ
सांसें तेज हो रही है ऐसी कुछ
क्या क्या
सांसें तेज हो रही है
नहीं
धड़कनें
नहीं नहीं
तेज हो रही है नहीं
नहीं
कुछ नहीं
नहीं नहीं नहीं
ठीक है
शायद
देखेंगे
बाद में हो
अभी
जाए बाद में हो जाए
I hope you can see this clearly.
Oh, yes, I
I'll
can.
put it onto the full screen for a
Yeah,
minute. Let
please
me just
do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
so I'll bring you on back. Shall I take the full screen? Is this okay, or do you want to keep the visual at the side?
No, I
Is
need
this
the
okay?
visual. I need the visual.
There's the
So what I
visual.
what I do is I look at the visual and I go on talking. It's like looking at Bala and speaking to him. And by the way, let me tell you something, Bala. Uh, your name Bala, in short, of course, I can read here. Your name is Bala Subramaniam, a wonderful name. Okay.
yeah
Uh, when anyone would call you Bala, and when you write Bala, okay, it
Mhm.
is a very powerful name. The formation is very, very powerful. It is like a punch from Mike Tyson. Let
Mhm.
me tell you this, okay, before I move ahead. And your handwriting, you're such a balanced person. I'll tell you, you're a very balanced person. You are friendly, but not so friendly also. You know where to maintain your distance, and you know where to keep, how to keep people at their own distances, not to get too close to you. So it is like, people can walk into your life only when you open the door, and not when people wish to walk into your life. And you're a good listener, but most of the time you prefer to listen something more positive, and also something that is meaningful to you, and whatever trash comes in, you just let it go by across. And one thing I must tell you, Bala, you have very good you get very good ideas, to you put a lot of ideas across very nicely. Now your challenge, I'll tell you, when you think of some ideas, in your excitement you discuss your ideas too soon. And in that process, what happens is, in a room full of people, or maybe you do not know who is this person, you just go about discussing or sharing your idea gets picked up and used by somebody else, and the advantage is also taken by somebody else. So your idea remains high and dry. The seed is taken from you and somebody plants it and makes a plant out of it, and you say, oh god, this was my idea, kind of. So that's about your ideas. Now, next part of you, as far as I can, since it's a electronic image, yet I can somewhere tell you that your energy level, your physical energy level, is pretty good. On a scale of 10, I would put your physical energy level at the scale of 7.75. Also, you're a very well balanced emotional person. That's a very great quality. And the reason I mentioned your energy level is 7.75 is because you can do better than what you're doing right now. on a scale of 10, right now, you are doing 4.9 to 5. Whereas you can actually do 9. Because when we match energy and capacity, etc., you are way far away from your, you need to push yourself mentally. Physically, you're very good. Physically, you can do there, you can be there. There's no doubt about it. And let me tell you something about your heart. Okay. Your heart is clean. When I say your heart is clean, I mean to say physically clean. And there is nothing happening out there. There is no, what do you call it, cholesterol or anything. So chill, relax, take a chill pill. It's all happy-go-lucky as far as I can see out here. And yes, you are like a one-man show. You like to do whatever you're doing, yet in life you want to do something and, put it out to the world. This is Bala. Very loving person, very soft. He looks strong and robust, but he's got a very beautiful, very, very beautiful, soft heart. So next, and Bala, yes, 1 second, 1 moment. I caught something here. Give me a moment. Bala, you better make sure that you start walking, exercising, or stretching, breathing exercise, whatever you do. Get your stress level down, because I see a built up in your pressure, and I'm serious about this. So make sure I'm not scaring you. Nothing to worry about as of now. The ball is in your court. You've crossed the threshold of the borderline. So rest all is good so far. Yes, Glancy and Bala, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Derrick. Regarding the fitness and those things, since the past 4 months, I have not been able to be active. Even before that, I was not that active. I just went to office, and whatever walk I used to get at that time, that was it. And then coming back home, I used to walk a bit. That's all. And then every now and then, maybe in 3-4 months or in 6 months time, I just go for a marathon, run 10 kilometers or 20 kilometers, and then come back without any prior exercises or any workouts like that. And I also used to actively take part in football or cricket, whatever sports are there in my company, sports. So I used to do that, and since the past 4 months, I've not been able to be active at all. There is just a little bit of work in the house itself, but not anywhere else. So maybe I'll have to start walking or doing some kind of exercises like you mentioned. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Balaji, for coming on, and it was fun, Sunke. I know Bala for a long time, and I would agree with Mr. Derrick. What he said was absolutely right. Of course, I know Bala because we work together, and he is a gem of a guy. There's no doubt about it. Great. So thank you, Bala, for coming on. We are already 15 minutes into the program, and we still have a lot of questions. We still have a lot of requests that are coming in. Derrick, is it okay if we take a couple of audience handwriting samples? We have some which have been directly sent to us also. Maybe not a very in-depth, maybe a comment on two, if that is possible. But before that, I'll throw a question from the audience on screen for you. Okay, so a question from Amit Shetty. How can analysis be done when one can write in different types of handwriting?
Amit, thank you for the question. Very apt, interesting, wonderful, beautiful question, Amit. Now, writing analyst will give you a different kind of answer on this. Meaning, when he sees your writing, yes, you can fool, you can change your slants, etc., etc., etc. But when you come to a graph analyst, you're caught. You scribble, you put a dot, you do anything on the paper, no matter what slant you put. You write it beautifully, you change your handwriting, you do anything. But all the core components can be read. And that's a science. That's a study. It's a science. It takes time to study all these things, and that's how we come to a conclusion that this is it, kind of thing. Yes, it can fool. Yes, it can fool a lot of people. Changing the handwriting, putting it differently. And that is possible. It's possible to fool. There's no doubt about it.
Wow, that was a good question. Thanks, Amit, for that question. And yes, we also had thrown Derrick some other kinds of questions that if you give him a sample of old handwriting, does it can we fool an expert? And he was like, throw anything at me, and you really can't. It's very difficult if the person is the same person who's written the script before or later. I still have more questions. I have a couple of samples as well, but since I'm hosting the show, I can ask the questions. Yay! So the questions that I want to ask you is, how can one train a lot of queries, people who are interested in getting into the field of handwriting analysis, graphology, etc. So, what are the qualifications if they need to do any kind of normal standard qualifications? And if they need to get an expert into this field, what should they do? Where can they go?
Okay. Thank you, Glancy. Glancy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Welcome, Amit. Yeah. So, Glancy, I'll answer the last one first. To be an expert or to get onto an expert level, you need a minimum of 6 years plus of practice. A minimum of 6 years plus of practice to come to the expert level. That's number one. Number two, if you want to learn, okay, now as far as qualification is concerned, there's only one single qualification is required for this, and the qualification is that you want to learn it and you will learn it. As simple as that. Next, the language. Now, your language of understanding should be compatible to the language of the person teaching you. Next, when can a person start learning? You need any basic qualification? Well, I would say the qualification I already told you. You want to learn, you can just go for it. I have, in fact, started training my 6-year-old, into this science. Of course, it is just the beginning of it. So age is not a factor. And when you really, really, really want to learn to the level of, understanding the complete science of it, I would say anywhere age 9, 10 onwards can go for it. Definitely, yes. So by the time the child turns, say, 10, 12, the child is able to understand the components of the brain, how it works, how it functions, etc. The earlier you start, the better it is. Whichever part of the planet you belong to, that's perfectly okay. So I believe I've answered you, Glancy. If there's anything I've missed out, please give me tap on it again, please.
Actually, you did miss out for those
Yeah,
people
sure.
who for those people who are seriously interested. Derrick
Okay.
also has very specialist courses that he does. He does the mentoring for that. He does teach people who show um, uh, uh, you know the ability, or the I don't know what characteristics you call it, or an affinity for the subject. So he does also take up this these courses again. This is a very very closed community, and a very tiny group of people that he teaches at any point in time. And sometimes he chooses to also, I think, do one-to-one, which you very conveniently forgot to mention. He does one-to-one coaching as well. So it depends upon the talent that individuals have. So he does have courses, because I know this because I was there for one of the felicitation ceremonies. So that's how I remember. So yes, Derrick, we are almost 9 in the evening, and the session is going on, and people are glued to this session. Yes, Derrick, go ahead.
I'll just add to what Clancy just said. The reason I said people, you can go anywhere to learn. So since Glancy meant to say, if it is me doing it, then definitely there is a protocol to follow. You've got to go through that protocol. If you make it through the protocol, you're in. If not, then better luck. Maybe after 6 months or 1 year, once again. I take serious practitioners, serious students, because for me, this science runs in my blood. And anyone coming only for analysis, Derrick said, I want to do an analysis. Even if you're paying me double, triple, 10 times the amount, I'll say thank you very much. Keep off. Only if you're coming to me with a purpose which matches, yes, I'll be more than happy. I've done analysis for people right from the street to the White House. I've covered almost most of the people on this planet.
Thank you so much. And you can reach Derrick. I have put the information, with his permission, of course, at his email address, at his office WhatsApp number, and also the Derrick Answers page. So you can follow up with him. He is also a research scientist among the various other, areas of work that he is involved in. I will very quickly take on one sample, Derrick, to show onto the screen from the audience. uh, we have a time crunch, so we really can't take more than this. We request you to connect with Derrick sir directly on the WhatsApp number that we have given. This is not a very clear visual that we have, but this is the best that I can do in terms of magnification. Does this help you, Derrick?
That's okay.
Or
It's pretty blurred. That's fine. And what I see, the person is, very emotional, very thoughtful, built up loads and loads of, carrying the world upon, not the shoulder, but carrying the world in the head, taking everybody's responsibility and moving on. And a very wonderful, beautiful person, of course, very loving, very soft, and uh, very kid-like heart. And yes, taking too much of stress in life, and very, very, what do you call it? Very strong sense of friendship. The person keeps the friends very strong, doesn't let go. I mean, that's a wonderful, wonderful quality. And yes, take care of the communication skills are pretty poor. That's what I can see. Pretty poor. But it can be, you can do it better. So as I said, the person is carrying the burden in the head, and not lacking, somewhere falls short of the communication. So the solar plexus and the base of the throat can take a hit, along with the spinal cord in the neck region, the back of the neck. Take care, wherever you are.
thank you. So this was from Seema Desai. I hope, Seema, that Derrick has given you some bit of light. And of course, you may connect with him directly on the numbers provided and the coordinates that we have given. Okay, so Derrick, we're almost 9 in the evening. For those who are watching us and who are still with us, we've got an audience of over 15 people watching only on this particular stream right now. Thank you for watching and being with us for the show. And do like, share, follow, and share the stream with people who you might know and who might potentially have certain issues which you probably think that they should connect with somebody like Derrick, or maybe direct himself for these kind of advice or information. So do connect with him. And I still have few questions. I won't let you go that easily, because we are doing a session on handwriting and this is your specialty. So let me see what I can pick up as one of the last questions that I have. Okay, so uh, the times are changing. People are working from home. Uh, what I want to know is, do you see corporates adopting this? Have you been approached by corporates when they are hiring? And also, I'm combining another question with this one. Is how has the experience been of using your skills for forensic evaluation in terms of crimes? So if you're allowed to answer that question, of course. So go ahead, please. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Clancy, and thank you for the question. The first one is whether corporate uses this kind of tool. Yes, the corporate does use it, and many of them, they don't use it. Okay. Now, the corporates which use, they will never tell you they use it because it is used very secretly. And on the basis of the handwriting formation that comes in, okay, that's how the employment is given and you're placed accordingly. And there are corporates who hire us to ask us the question which worker or which staff or which person should be placed in which department. So we contribute a lot to the corporate world on those lines. It's a huge tool for them, and they use it. Very few corporates use it, but I strongly, again, I say most of the corporates should use it, and especially at times like this when they are very, very selective, in this kind of setup where they have to avoid making mistakes regarding the employment part and the economic part of the company. I strongly suggest that they should go in for it. And the next part of the question is, well, as I stated earlier, I have contributed a lot in this field, and I'll just stick to that much.
And I have a comment from Seema Desai. She says absolute correct analysis. So
Thank you,
thank you
Seema.
for that. And Derrick, I'm sorry, one last, very
Okay.
last analysis from a lady. Okay, I'm
Okay.
gonna share this on the screen, please.
Okay.
She's been requesting me very strongly, so I'm taking this opportunity. And here it is. Here it is. Just to give me a moment, let me put it onto the solo. Okay, let me hide the comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Now, this person, okay, whoever's written this, I'll just tell you one thing.
I am
Okay.
allowed to share the name. His name is Hitesh. Yes.
That's okay. I mean, whoever's written this, okay, let's. Can you just get it back on the screen? Yeah, thank you. Okay. Now, whoever's written this, let me tell you one thing. This person is goes beyond, out of the way, to reach out to people and likes to help, but at the end of the day he turns, people look at him like a clown. There's a sad part of it. He goes out to help, and people take it in the other way around. Okay. And because of that, he keeps himself in a shell. He doesn't come out to the people. He doesn't expose himself too much. He doesn't discuss his ideas. And he personally makes it a point to, whenever he speaks, he speaks like he's larger than life kind of thing. He like a make believe kind of thing. So I wouldn't want to speak more than this for this particular writing because I feel like reaching out. So all I would say is, take care and open up yourself. What I also see is like, you close your ears completely for people. You start giving it a ear. Listen to people. Listen to what they have to say. Let them judge you, but you don't judge them. I would say, just let it go. Very clean heart, very beautiful person, but he has taken thrashing from life like crazy. And I wish you all the best. I really wish you all the best. Take care.
Thanks, Derrick. I've really put you to the grill today, and really, I think maybe you're tired, but it's been an amazing session. We've had people watching it, and I'm sure the people who are, with us, let me bring them onto the screen. Just let me add them so that we can say a bye together to them. So thank you for, coming on board. Okay, I'm gonna keep it on mute because I'm getting some echoes from somewhere. I do not know which. Sunil is somewhere else. I don't know what he's doing. But thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate the time, and for really being with us on this session. Derek, any final words that you want to share with the people?
Yes, definitely. Um, you know, people keep on telling me today is a modern world. We use our laptops and tabs, etc. The more you write, the more better your brain becomes, and you will be able to write your own future with your own hands. Now, let me tell you one more thing. Okay, I'm working on two projects. One is anti-hunger squad. Okay, we reach out to people across, we reach out to children across, the hungry children. As far as possible, we go every week to feed them, to make sure they don't go hungry. That's one, what I've already mentioned in the past. And the second one, what we are working on currently, that is 1 million children march for India. 1 million children march for India. 15th August is around the corner, my dear children. It's a pandemic situation for each and every one of us. But let me tell you one thing, when the flag is flying up there, you've got to put your hand up, salute it, say your national anthem, and give a small march for every soldier, every person in this country who keeps you safe and sound in your homes. Make sure you march there. Take care.
Thank you so much. And on this positive note, 15th August is just around the corner. On this positive note, thank you everyone for coming on board. It's been a wonderful session. I have enjoyed myself, and I'm sure that you have too. Please, you have the coordinates. We have been sharing this information very clearly to everyone. If you are still confused on how to connect with Dr. Derrick, please do message us directly or connect with him by these coordinates that are provided. Thank you so much. Shubhratri, good night, and over and out from the Step Up page. Thank you, and bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Good night.
Thank you. Thank you.